So the weather is changing and the leaves are starting to turn colors. Pumpkin spice is in the air, and as you walk into stores, you're now starting to see Halloween and Thanksgiving decor. The autumnal equinox is here, and it's going to be here for a while. It's not until you feel the chilling winds hit your skin when you realize, oh my gosh, it's cold and I don't have anything to wear. It's fall time, and it's time to get your space organized. Hello, I'm Judi, the organizer and creator at Rescue My Space. Welcome back to my channel. We are in fall now, and this is a season where we start to layer, we cover up more, we take out our boots, our hats, our gloves, and before we do that, it's very important that we get rid of those spring and summer clothes out of our closets. At least put them away so that they're not in your presence when you're looking for clothes to warm yourself up. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can remove clutter out of your closet as well as organize your closet for the fall season. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first things first, walk into your closet or stand in front of your closet for some of us and look around. All that mess you see is because of you. See, the thing is, as I mentioned before, a lot of times we feel like we don't have a lot to wear, but it's not until we see our closets full of clutter when we realize that actually we have maybe too much to wear. And because of this, of course, our closet suffers. So the first thing you need to do right now is to go inside your closet and remove all of your summer, spring clothes out. These clothes include tank tops, tube tops, Daisy Dukes, shorts, all the clothes that are typically worn during the summer, spring months. Take those out and go through them. Though I'm not recommending that you do a massive purge, typically, of course, when you're decluttering, I would always suggest that you take everything out of the space so that you can have a blank canvas. So then when you put everything back, you know exactly where to put them. Because we're transitioning to the fall season, I wouldn't recommend you do that. But I would never tell you not to. So if you do want to, go ahead. So once you take all your spring, summer clothes out, you can try to do a mini purge. So just kind of skim through it. And if you come across some items that you haven't worn for, let's say about 2 years, then they should go. But for the items that you do choose to keep, you can then, tip number 2, put them away. So I would suggest that you fold them up and you put them in some type of tote, maybe a plastic container, even or bin. Whatever container you want to put them in, make sure you put them in there, label it, and put it away. You can either put it in your closet, like for instance, I put mine on the top shelf in my closet, or you can place them in various locations that don't require you to go in. So tip number 3, we're gonna focus on the hanged clothes. So for all the hanged clothes that you did keep in your closet, which are your fall, winter clothes, you are then gonna create zones or categories in them. So for example, let's say you work a 9 to 5, therefore you go to work about 5 times a week. For those items, you're gonna categorize those items within that zone. So if you have, some short sleeves, some long sleeves, you can categorize them by short to long, or you can categorize them by fabric, you can categorize them by color, or by your, okay, wow, my voice just went away. Okay, or you can categorize them by your favorites. So if there is a blouse you like to wear throughout the week, or even a skirt you like to wear throughout the week, you can put those items together to avoid looking for them. So for example, I like to keep my blouses or my button downs in the front of my closet, and I like to keep the items that are still work related, but I don't grab towards them often enough, at least throughout the week. I've noticed that this really helps me in the morning times, especially when you're not quite awake. The last thing you want to do is go in your closet and be in there for 30 minutes because you're searching for anything. First of all, that means your closet is cluttered, but you want to avoid wasting time. So that's my goal. If I can spend less than 2 minutes in my closet to find anything, I'm doing a good job. My closet is organized, and that's the goal that I try to achieve for myself and as well for my clients. Again, it's very important that when you're organizing your space, you organize it according to your current lifestyle. It's all about your lifestyle, because when you organize a space according to your lifestyle, you're more likely to maintain it and keep it that way. Next, let's focus on our accessories, our fall and winter accessories. This includes your hats. This includes gloves, mittens, scarves, earmuffs. These are the items that you add onto your outfit during the fall season. So for these items, you can take them out wherever they're at, whether they're in a drawer or in your closet. Take them out, put them down, and you go through them. Like I mentioned, this is just a mini purge, nothing too traumatic, nothing too overwhelming. Just skim through your items and choose the items that you actually love. For those items that you haven't touched, that you know for sure you won't touch, you can get rid of them. But for the items that you keep, you can then fold them up and put them in bins. I put all of my accessories, which are few, in these bins, which I purchased from IKEA for about $8, and they work perfectly in my space. The reason why I keep them in bins is because even though I don't wear them that often, I like to keep them at reach. So I keep them in here. I even label the bins just so that when I'm looking for them, I know exactly where they are without having to look around, and they just work perfectly for me. But if you're someone who doesn't like folding your accessories, you can always hang them up. There's so many organizing solutions that allow you to hang up all of your winter accessories without creating too much clutter in your space. So if you're interested, I will leave a few below. So in the next step or tip, I'm not sure if I'm doing tips or steps. We're gonna call them steps. In the next step, because I feel like I'm kind of going by steps rather than tips. But whatever, you guys get it. So in the next step, we're gonna focus on shoes. So take all of your shoes out, or let me be specific. Take all of your summer shoes or your spring shoes out. These are flip-flops, open-toed shoes, even heels if you don't like to wear heels during the winter. Sometimes you just can't, especially if you're in a city or state that snows. Take those out and go through it. You can do a mini purge and just kind of skim through everything and look around and see what you really do want. And for the items that you don't, you can toss them out. So for those items you keep, you then put them back in your closet. But you put them back in your closet in an orderly fashion. So you can either put them on shoe racks. There's so many different types of shoe racks out there. You can put them on the bookshelves or shoe shelves. There's so many out there. Or maybe some of you have built-ins, which is a dream of mine soon. Or you can also use a shoe organizer that I use in my space. And what I do with the shoes that I don't necessarily wear as often, especially the ones that I would typically wear during the colder seasons, I put them on the bottom. And for the shoes I wear often, I put them at the top. And let me add a side note. A lot of my shoes are not fall friendly because it doesn't really get cold in Houston, even though I unfortunately heard it was going to get colder this season, but it doesn't really get cold, so I don't have a lot of boots. And actually the 2 pairs of boots that I have go inside those bins that I mentioned earlier because I maybe wear them about a handful of times during the season. So there's no point for me to see them all the time. So I like keeping them in this bin because they kind of hide them. And whenever I want to get them, I just grab for it. Really easy. There's a label on there so I know exactly where it is. Of course, there's no perfect way to organize your space. It's all about your current lifestyle. What works for you? The reason why I gave you these tips or steps is because for those of you who don't know where to start, this is a perfect place to start. Start somewhere. Start somewhere that's small. So if you want to focus on your shoes first, start on your shoes. If you want to focus on your accessories first, start on your accessories. Whatever it is, start there. And once you start somewhere, you will get to the end. Before I leave, I wanted to let you know that I'll be introducing a new series, and I'm going to call it She Was Rescued or She Rescued It. I don't know, something with rescue. If you guys have any type of names suggested, if you guys have any type of name, if you guys have a name suggestion, let me know in the comment section below. But this series is going to include me organizing my own space and possibly other people's space. Of course, not everyone's open to being on camera or their space being on camera. So it's a little bit difficult for me to show me working in other people's space, but I definitely will show you my space as I organize it. I'm incorporating some storage units in my office as well as, guys, the most exciting part, as well as in my closet. So I'll be changing everything in my closet. So I am going to make sure that I show you guys, I take you on the ride, and I kind of show you just my full process when I get a project. So from inception to completion, I want to show you just the process that I take to get it there, and possibly it can help you if you are wanting to change something in your home. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me know what flavor coffee you like to drink during the fall season. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so very much for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you soon. Bye.